It should come as a surprise to no one that the Let's Go Brandon crowd created shirts they can wear that hide their allegiance to Donald Trump.
I love that she thinks she's hiding her support for Trump. Like, you look at this woman and say, what party do you support with your sequined, tacky-ass American flag shirt? Using context clues here, but I think I'm probably right. And of course you support Trump, you conservative Barbie. That's not an insult, that's literally her name. Why are you making videos? Aren't you supposed to be at some supermarket trying to get thrown out for not wearing a mask? And like, as they're carrying you outside, you like lick the produce. Isn't that where you should be right now? But this is hilarious. For all the trash right-wingers talk about cancel culture, now they've started canceling themselves. That's what she's doing. What about that freedom of speech you said you support so much? All of a sudden, when your liberal friends come by, oh, normal people, bye. I'm not against this, though, if you do it more slowly. I'm just describing what's happening to my body. But guys, this is a huge new trend. People out there are getting ashamed of Donald Trump. Mitch McConnell, who doesn't do anything unless it'll benefit him politically, distanced himself from Trump by calling January 6th a violent insurrection.
Well, let me give you my view of what happened January the 6th. And we're here. We saw what happened. It was a violent insurrection.
Which is like huge words for him. But if you want even bigger words, Mike Pence just said that Trump was wrong.
And I heard this week that President Trump said I had the right to overturn the election. But President Trump is wrong.
Flat out, because the tide has turned. Polling on Trump is really bad. The only reason people like him is he's the only name people know. And now even someone who calls herself conservative Barbie is like, Trump who? Oh, this? Never mind. This is not an ugly Trump shirt. This is just an ugly regular shirt. If they feel the need to hide their beliefs in certain situations, they need to look inward at what those beliefs are and why they're embarrassed of them. But there is a growing contingent, apparently, of people who are only wearing Trump shirts when other Trump fans are around because they're ashamed. There's no other reason. This is a huge transition from how they used to be, putting Trump flags out their frickin' truck nut trucks. A, you don't have liberal friends. And B, if you do, they know you're a Trump supporter. Like, we use context clues. I love the comments on this video. Another beta male soy boy. We're beta males? The point of this woman's video is that she's ashamed of having Trump on her shirt. And the point this quote soy boy is making, it's that people who are yelling let's go Brandon are yelling a code for fuck Joe Biden because they're too much of a soy boy to yell the word fuck. And I hate to break it to you right now, no one on the right is an alpha dog. Not even the ones who fly Trump flags out of their truck nut trucks. Because you're either a blind follower who wears stupid hats because your dear leader told you to, might as well have a propeller on top, or you're an opportunist swamp creature who's just following the crowd because it gives you a little bit of political clout, trying to suck up to these cultists. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Hakeem Jeffries, but he's right when he says that none of the right-wing politicians are the alpha dogs they say they are. The entire party of independent free thought is bending the knee to Donald Trump.
You know, the C in RNC doesn't stand for committee, it stands for cult. Because they continue to bend the knee to twice impeached so-called President Donald Trump.
And the most pathetic part about all of this is who they're bending the knee to. The biggest snowflake of them all, Don Trump, who's afraid of windmills because he thinks they cause cancer, and who is always complaining about how people are so mean to him.
I wish we had a fair media in this country.
It's so unfair. It's so unfair.
You're never going to treat me fairly, many of you. The worst, most unfair press treatment, they say, in the history of the United States for a president. I am greeted with a hostile press, the likes of which no president has ever seen. The closest would be that gentleman right up there. They always said Lincoln. Nobody got treated worse than Lincoln. I believe I am treated worse.
I mean, this woman's right. She should be ashamed of that. Cover it up, friendo. Cover it up.